Do you want to find out if microlearning is for you? It can be challenging to set aside hours at a time for focused study, especially with busy schedules, shrinking attention spans, and a nearly infinite number of distractions. If that resonates with you, you may benefit from microlearning. This e-learning trend helps overcome these issues by improving content usability and knowledge retention for students of all ages. In today's video, we'll talk about the concept of microlearning, its benefits, and a couple of caveats to be aware of. I'm Noel, and this is Jotform. Let's dive into microlearning. Simply put, microlearning breaks up the standard learning approach into smaller, bite-sized chunks. Traditional e-learning modules are typically 45 minutes to an hour or more in length. Microlearning modules tend to be between 2 to 5 minutes and no longer than 7 minutes. Even though modules are smaller in size, it doesn't mean that microlearning is just e-learning light. Each microlearning module should achieve a specific learning outcome. Since microlearning is an approach to structuring educational content, it doesn't require any specific tools or technologies. It can also incorporate any type of content: text, images, videos, audio clips, games, quizzes, and more. There are many benefits of microlearning. Let's take a look at some of the bigger benefits. First off, microlearning gives course designers and instructors greater flexibility to match the medium to the message. Instructors using this technique break the entire learning process down into short, action-oriented nuggets of information. These can be designed differently to match the information they carry. Each of these nuggets can then help explain each concept with the most appropriate type of context, whether that's text, video, or interactive multimedia. Instructors can combine these content pieces into a cohesive individual learning journey. As a result, courses delivered via microlearning have the most optimized design. Another benefit is how microlearning allows for greater personalization of the learning experience. Since units are small and self-contained, you can easily rearrange them to create a customized curriculum for different types of learners. We're all so different in how we learn, so arranging the selection of topics and format to fit an individual's needs is very beneficial. Microlearning gives more flexibility for people to truly find what will resonate with them the best. It's very easy for microlearners to personalize their learning journey. If studying has been a difficult part of learning for you, microlearning is here to save the day. With the bite-sized nuggets of a microlearning curriculum, lessons become easier to digest and studying becomes less intimidating. Traditional studying may feel overwhelming at times, but when microlearning via an app or website, it's similar to checking your favorite social media app on your phone. Leveraging a mobile app for learning allows instructors to send push notifications and updates, reinforcing learning. This approach also gives the learner greater control over when they study, as they can easily consume a lesson or two anytime they want. Our brains don't always hold on to new information for long. In the 1800s, German psychologist Hermann Ebbinghaus developed what's called the forgetting curve, which demonstrates that without conscious review, learners forget an average of 40% of what they've learned within a few days. By studying material repeatedly and revisiting it when you're close to forgetting, you can knock the forgetting curve to the ground. Microlearning works very well when combined with spaced repetition, as the small units are easy to review. Mobile apps make this even easier by reminding learners to review a concept before they forget it. Microlearning can be very effective to not only help people learn, but also to apply it, to change their thinking, and, through the concept of spaced repetition, even achieve behavioral change. So we've seen how great microlearning is at improving e-learning outcomes in general, but that doesn't mean it's the right choice for every single topic. Keep these two caveats in mind when looking to apply microlearning to your course. Caveat number 1. When it comes to very complex topics, breaking down learning materials into small chunks can be a disadvantage. If you have a very complex topic, which used to take 2 hours of learning, and you break that content into 50 individual pieces, it's very disruptive for the learner. It would be harder to connect them to the bigger picture that was intended. Although microlearning is great because you can break down each step, you can also potentially lose the flow and greater context between each step. Caveat number 2. Microlearning isn't a substitute for effective course design. While microlearning units are easier to create than traditional e-learning units, that doesn't mean it's just a matter of breaking up content into smaller units. You should create each unit with a goal in mind as a part of a larger instructional design strategy. Creating a class structure takes a lot of thought. It's really all about instructional design and your ability to truly understand how to slice up content, how to make it action-oriented, how to connect the pieces seamlessly, and how to make sure there are adequate interventions in between to validate the learning. Much like with standard learning, microlearning also requires in-course assessments to keep learners engaged and on track. Jotform has 100 plus free online quiz templates you can use to create your own custom quizzes. Microlearning can be a very effective way to quickly and easily educate students of all ages, and its use is only going to increase in popularity. Let's do a quick review. Microlearning breaks up traditional learning into small, bite-sized chunks and has made learning more digestible. Some benefits of microlearning are that it optimizes instructional design, it personalizes the learning experience, it's engaging for learners, and it improves knowledge retention. There are two caveats to microlearning, though. Breaking down very complex topics into small chunks can be a disadvantage, and microlearning can't be used as a substitute for effective course design. With all of that said, microlearning's benefits far outweigh its negatives. There's hardly an education project that doesn't have some component of microlearning. Until next time, I'm Noel. Thanks for watching Jotform.